By day, I'm an accountant. That's what I do for a living, right? So I agree with you on that. But what most people don't understand is marriage plays a major part in that. Every woman I know that's a so-called baddie, they are in astronomical credit card debt through the roof. They live in they can't sustain a lifestyle. That's why they need a man. That's another topic for another. I ain't gonna go down that. But here's the thing, right? It's family that generates wealth, not an independent man or independent woman. Family that generates wealth. And the fact that we just allowing these people just to get us caught up on all these as the world turn issues, you see soap opera, it's us. Like I tell people, I'm a dictator. I'm not afraid to say it. Yes, all my kids are adults now, but yes, I rule my kids with an iron fist, and because I ain't letting none of these worldly ideas mess up. And now look, all my kids are doing very well because I was a dictator. My wife homeschooled them for the most part, and I controlled their mind. And we not letting all the worldly stuff get into their head, because that's the reason why a lot of these kids are messed up in debt. They don't know whether they coming or going. They don't got nothing. They have what they call the social media. They flex and all that stuff on social media, but behind closed doors, they can barely pay their car insurance.
Do you know?
That's what I was gonna say. Like,
I'm sorry, I just want to land right here. I'm sorry, Miss Di. Do you know 60% of unalivings in the state of Georgia were Black? I just did a video on it this morning. Do you know about a month ago, I was going down 7585, and on the north side of 7585, they had the ladders and the stuff, the fire truck. I thought it was a bad accident, over somebody trying to jump off. You got to understand that we talk about the younger people are also more stressful as well, and they're unaliving themselves at a higher alarming rate. So we got under you. They think they're making the right decision, but they're really not. And I'm sorry, because I know Miss Lady Di cut her off. I do apologize.
I know you did. Because I had a lot of stuff to say, but it's all past. But Talacia or whatever, like these people or the Gen Z that we're talking about, most of that stuff we could blame, I would say, the parents. All this stuff should be taught by your parents. Kind of like what Saint was saying. He taught his kids. So these things that are outside of the house, right? If kids are gravitating to it, it's because their parents are not doing a good job. You learn everything from your house, and then when you become an adult, you prosper. You kind of do and learn, do what your parents raised you as, and then you find yourself and you do that thing. But all these kids that's in debt, kind of like, well, why didn't the mom or dad show them how to spend money? Why didn't they let them pay a bill? Or there's some parents that let their kids work. There's some parents let their kids work so they can help pay bills, which I think that's kind of crazy in my opinion. And then there's some parents who let their kids work so they can teach them how to spend their money. So depending on the type of parent you are, your kids should not be having a lot of debt. You should teach them about credit cards. You should add them as an authorized user on your good credit. Like, it's so many things that we I don't know if you're a millennial or not, but we as millennials that could teach the Gen Z people, like, it's our fault. You know what I mean? So if you see that these kids are this way, then be the parent, or if you don't have kids yet and you want to have kids, be that parent that can change the world, and as far as your household first. And then with your kids being successful is going to help other people be successful, because those kids have friends. Those kids are hopefully going to get married one day and have their own kids. So it's all just passed down information. If we're not passing anything down, then of course the world is going to be shit, like it is kind of, somewhat now. Nothing is being passed down. There's a lot of nonsense going on. I think earlier, this is so old, but someone was saying that males cannot provide. I think Kia was saying that males cannot provide as much, right? Meaning like they're the sole provider. They can't provide as much because minimum wage hasn't changed. Well, I believe that men can provide. It's just that a lot of things we have to let go. So if you're talking about trips and all these vacations, you're just not going to go on a trip and vacation right now until money starts to earn and increase, right? There's times for everything. So instead of, and this is one of the things that I'm saying that's programmed, a lot of women are being taught that you need this and you need this starting off, right? When it comes to a marriage, it's not about struggle, because I know people keep talking about struggle and stuff. It's not about struggle. It's about, there's a time and a place. If you're at this age, you have to grow to be at this place. If you're 20, you cannot just have all these things that you want unless shit was passed down to you. So you have to grow into that. And I think that that's a fair statement for young people. If young people are expecting things from a man that is 20, it's not going to happen. You have to let that man grow and let that man be this. Now, if you want to help the house and work, do that. But you can be in the house with a guy, and as long as he's able to take care of himself, which means that he has a place, a car, and all that stuff, then he should be able to take care of you. Because when you buy bed sheets, it comes with, most of the time, 2 pillowcases, right? When you buy food, it's not just for one person. If you look at the serving size, it's for 2 or more. So I'm tired of people saying males can't provide. They can. It's just that some of y'all don't want to start somewhere. Y'all want to be all the way at the damn end of it. And then I wanted to say to, I think, you made a good point earlier about how people should not basically listen to what others are teaching you that is toxic and all that. But I wanted to say that I meant to say that millennial women, blacks, are taught that they don't need a man. Millennials. I don't know about your generation or whatever, but in my generation, that is exactly what I've been hearing like my whole life. I still hear it now to like my younger family members, that family members are telling this to young women. They're saying that you don't need a man. You can do it by yourself, have your own account in case he leaves you. These are like literal things that's happening. There's women saying, don't wait for marriage, just have that baby. Like, this stuff is destroying us, and it is being taught. Do you have to listen to it? No. I agree to both. Yeah, don't listen to the nonsense. That's kind of crazy to me. Like, find a man that can be the best for you without listening to what he needs to have. As long as he has the Most High first, right? His finances are getting in order, meaning he's taking his life seriously. He doesn't want to be a bum on the street, so he's doing things to make sure that doesn't happen for himself. Then you could take that man seriously. He's not an asshole. He actually likes women, right? These are the things that you should be looking for in men. So that's all I wanted to say. I couldn't say it, but here we go. So that's it.
You did good.
I wanted to respond to when you said, I wanted to clarify my point. So I wasn't saying that men just are incapable of being providers or incapable of being protectors. But the point that I was trying to make is that these standards that we say, that we build this idea of what masculinity is supposed to be, is unrealistic.